Okay, good. Today we are showing you how we started working remotely to inspire you and to try to foster also in you the ability to work remotely. I'm Giulio. Welcome to the first episode of Remote for Humans. I'm working remotely from 2017, and here with me we have.
I'm Roberto Coscia. I also work remotely from 2019, and here we go.
Okay, nice. I'm Giulio. I'm an experienced Scrum Master working remotely from 2017 in IT companies. And here,
and, and myself, I am a principal QA engineer, working as well in IT company for the past 6 years.
great. Thank you, Roberto. So I would like to ask you one simple question. How have you started working remotely? Can you tell us what was your experience and your journey to starting working remotely?
Okay, I actually started working remotely in 2020, and I did it purposely because I wanted really to transfer from a job that where I was working in office, in hospital actually, because I
Okay.
was a nurse, and I wanted to work in a career which was more like in where I could work from home and have more freedom of my time. So in 2020, when I changed career in quality assurance engineering,
And you started
I
from, you switched from nurses, from being a
from
nurse.
nursing.
Okay.
Yes, and I did the switch basically studying as a self-taught for a few years before the switch, which was very hard, but not. I mean, I had to manage my time better to do that. It was totally doable, but it needed some adjustment. And in 2020, got opportunity to apply for a job within the same hospital, but in the IT department.
Okay,
That's how
nice.
I got uh, part, partly my luck because I managed to move from nursing to IT. Secondly, because of my effort, because I studied, I proven that I was capable of doing the switch. And also my previous career, I proven uh, things in the IT space that were transferable and were accepted by the new job.
And you moved from Italy to UK in order to switch your career, correct?
Yes, I actually moved in 2016 in the UK, where I started a career in nursing, and I worked there for 3 years first, yeah, as a nurse before thinking to change career. The
And what
thought,
was the trigger for you in changing your career?
well, I was working shift, which were 12 hours, which were very heavy. Um, I were working nights, days. It was a written pattern which I didn't like, and I didn't want to continue for a long time. Even though I liked to help the people, I didn't like the way I felt the rhythm of work, I wanted to change that. It was very important for me, especially because I wanted to imagine a future with a family where I could sleep at night.
Yeah.
With all respect to this great job of the nursing, it was not for me, and I had to do something for change,
Okay,
and
so
that's
the
what
routine also
motivation.
was hard to manage, and you was wondering to have something more manageable for your life, correct?
Yes,
Nice.
correct. Yes, so I did the switch, and I started working initially hybrid,
Hmm.
most of the time in the office. Then COVID started, and that's where started the switch into full remote working, and it basically never ended since then.
Okay, nice. And have you changed also companies from then?
Oh yes, I did different changes because anyway, I gained experience in this company. I wanted more. I wanted to prove myself more and step up the ladder. And to do that, sometimes you have to think outside the box. And if you can't, if you don't get the opportunity to climb the ladder, then there is another option, which is to change company and have that. When you change company, you always learn new things and also gain experience and get that opportunity. And that's what I did different times.
Mhm.
Uh, Also moving back to Italy at a certain point.
Okay.
But yes,
And how have you keep working remotely? What was your opening line when you were working, when you were looking for a work and you wanted to work remotely? What have you
I,
told the companies?
I actually purposely checked for remote jobs because I didn't want to go back to an office. I really like the freedom and the efficiency of working remotely. I think that it is much more efficient than working in an office where you're always distracted and micromanaged. Um, Basically, um, I searched always for remote opportunities on LinkedIn and different platforms. But I tried always to target my CVs to every specific company because I was trying to to do something that is different from others. Because obviously everyone's send application with the easy mode button.
Easy apply on LinkedIn. You're referring to that?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And
that's a
people,
nice
people,
takeaway.
yeah, it's not. People don't realize that that is harmful for people because it can obviously get into that vicious clicking.
Okay, yeah,
And
yeah, I got it. Oh, but that's a nice takeaway. Haven't thought about that, and I also took the easy way. Let's say when I see easy apply, I say, okay, I can save a lot of time while
yes,
applying to a certain company. And what was the platform, in your opinion, that worked the best for you in order to find remote jobs?
personally, I focused a lot. Well, in UK, it's a bit different than Italy.
Mhm.
In UK, apart of LinkedIn, there is a read.co.uk, which is another platform which is used a lot by UK workers. As I said, LinkedIn mainly, but also Workday, but LinkedIn most of it, I would say.
Okay, so LinkedIn was the preferred channel for working for looking for remote works.
Yes, and second, first LinkedIn, second company website.
Company website, okay. But you started from understanding that the company was looking for a profile like yours, and then you apply on the company website.
Searching, I was searching for the company in my area or in the area I wanted to work for, or the best companies. I was listing them, writing them down, searching for them, and searching for the career section.
Okay. And did you apply also even if they weren't specifically looking for your role, or you applied just if you had a match between your expectation and the role that they were looking for?
I would say mix of both because
Okay.
often companies write expectation which are a bit exaggerated, but I believe that they do also a bit on purpose because they
Mhm.
try always to find the best possible candidate. Uh, but I would not stop me to apply if I didn't have a few things that didn't match exactly 100% the job. But
Okay.
I will try to match 70% at least.
Okay. So suggestion is go ahead and apply even if you are not 100% matching the exact things that the company is not is looking for, correct?
Yes, with a willingness to if to study the rest in case you move forward with the interview process.
Okay, yeah. You have to be keen to also filling in the gap if you will be selected.
Yes,
Yeah, this is something that makes the difference, in my opinion. From
hard work because anyway, it's gonna be noticed otherwise.
Okay, and Roberto, since you also have an AI channel here on YouTube, Tech Talkie AI channel, maybe we can enter in the description the link to your YouTube channel. You have also
Take
prepared
it
a
okay.
GPT that could help people here in order to create their new resume or CV in order to have it done in a proper way, the way we applied for companies.
Yes, the purpose is to have a we have a template of a CV, and the purpose is to ask the question that fill the gaps inside that CV, and eventually gives the CV completed. Um, or basically we have a template
Mhm.
which we will provide in the description in some form, and this GPT take that template and it allow you to fill the information inside
Okay.
intelligently.
And then you
So
have something to download, correct?
yes, you
Great.
can use a bit the power of AI and prompting to help you fill the CV.
Please go ahead, check it out. We will leave it in the description and also check it out the YouTube channel of Roberto, specifically on AI. He's doing a lot of nice videos. I'll let you discover the new videos he's promoting every day at least. Something similar than every day.
Kind of, yes.
Yes.
When I feel like it.
Okay. Great. Thank you for sharing your career switch and how you have started working remotely, Roberto.
Now we're gonna actually ask our gentleman Giulio Valad. I'm really curious to know where you started,
Yes.
when you started working remotely, when why did you do that switch? Where do you come from? Basically, talk about a little bit about your switch from not remote to remote work and introduce yourself.
Okay. Yes. From To introduce myself, I would start from my previous experience, not related to IT, because I've started working as a textile expert. I was working in companies, manufacturing companies that were making textiles. And the last company that I worked with was producing bulletproof vests for military, for police here in Italy, and for other application in the military field. So I've
Hold
worked.
on. How did you get there? Where
I
did this
studied
come from?
because I was born and growth in Como. That's a city on Lake Como that was very focused on textile because they were producing a lot of textile manufacture like for high fashion. And I was studying in this school, technician school, that was aiming to form people with this kind of background on textile manufacturers. So I completed my study and I worked like 7 years in this field. The last of which was this company in the military field, let's say, in which I was responsible for the warehouse management and for the thread management. So the thread that is composing the fabrics that were used to create the bulletproof vests. But then,
Oh,
in this period, when I was working there for 4 years, more or less. At the second year, I was also struggling a bit with the attitude of working inside a company, working every day with the same routine, getting there by 8 a.m., working till 6 to 7 p.m., and it wasn't enough for the company. So I didn't like the routine. Also, I met my actual wife, and she let me see something different. So I introduced myself also to personal growth, starting to reading books about personal growth. I started with Steve Pavlina, a book that I loved, that I can show you in one of the later videos. That has started to trigger me the opportunity to change something in my life. So I said to myself, okay, now I have to change something in my life. I don't want to go into a company working every day the same time in the same environment. I was wondering to have more freedom in my life.
So basically, to highlight the power of good relationship, your actual wife really inspired you on making a change possible.
Yes,
Uh, so we should say a bit more about this. How that is important to for people, because maybe many people are stuck into a relationship, which is can be the wife, parents that limit their growth. What do you think
yes,
about that?
exactly. Because she was doing a different life than mine. I was working till from when I was 18 years old. She was studying at the university. She was trying to build up her career, and she was open-minded. Open-minded. I was not that open-minded, and by talking with her, I tried to discover something different that I found in the opportunity to be more free. Because I liked the way she was managing her life, because she was also working while studying, but she was free. And I wasn't, because every day I had to go to the fabric, be there, and every day my routine was more or less the same. I had free weekends, also sometimes working on Saturday morning. So it was a bit different, my routine, and I was wondering to be more free like her. So the trigger was the relationship with her, that in from which I've started to see things differently. Also, using the power of personal growth, reading that I read over the period, I started to switch my mind and looking elsewhere to find new opportunities. I said to myself, I like work on the laptop. So I start from this basic thing. So what can I do? And in Italy, for it was 2004. In Italy, there was some interest in the digital transformation of companies, and Google was promoting a career path for becoming a digital marketer by training people on digital marketing from A to Z. So I applied to this course, to this training, that had the opportunity to do a working period in a company after a 6 month training period. And so I applied, I learned a lot. And at the end of the 6 month period, I applied to work in two companies. And I could have also the opportunity to select one of the two companies in which then I started to work. So that was my first opportunity to work outside of the textile field, that helped me be more free than I was before. But it was hard, I would say.
So basically, this career switch happened because of shift of a mindset.
Yes.
Because you got the key. It seems to be the relationship, and also the desire of freedom of working in a setting where you could have more freedom of your time. And how did this career uh, switch happen? It was a easy move. what were the struggle of this journey?
Well, the struggle was at the period I was living by my own. Um, I didn't had any security on the journey to getting to the new opportunities. So it was a mix of um, lacking of security and needing to also be on my own. So continuing to be on my own, pay the bills and so on. That made it very difficult to manage. But I didn't stop believing in myself. This had made a huge difference in my opinion, because if I doubt myself, I couldn't make it. But I could have make it also because I haven't doubted myself during all the period, and I trust that sooner or later I will get back to the same good also amount of money that I got and the good freedom that I was looking for. So it took more or less in order to have stability 6 years, but it was a very nice path for getting from textile field to digital marketing, then switching to project management, and then switching again to Scrum Master.
Wow, so you changed 4 times career.
The first was a change, in my opinion. The other was evolution, let's say, because from digital marketing, I was finding myself working with other people and try to understand customer needs, and also dividing the work into other professionals. So I found myself working in a project management role. So I said, okay, I have to train myself on project management. So I become a proper project manager. And then I discovered Agile. I fell in love, and so I became a Scrum Master.
And it was difficult to move from the digital transformation to project management. Were skilled, valued, and transferable easily to this profession? Did you do learning and practice? How did you get up and running to be ready to do the job?
So I had practiced working as a freelance from a digital marketer standpoint to a project manager standpoint, even if I wasn't a project manager, but I was working as a project manager even without anything says that I was a project manager. So I started on my own. But then, as I said, I realized that I need some training on project management. So I went to Coursera, and then Google again helped me in reskilling and have the skills on project management. I took also a certification from PMI, Project Management Institute. There is the well-recognized Project Management Institute. And then I applied specifically for a company for being a project manager.
And were
It was
LinkedIn or
2018. So in 2018, I said to the entire world, I am a project manager. And I started working as a project manager. And then 2 years later, or 1 year later, more or less, I discovered Agile in my journey through project management. And in 2019, 2020, I I did my evolution to Scrum Mastery. So I become a Scrum Master. That's also an unfortunate name to call myself, because I'm not an enthusiast about Scrum. I would rather call myself a team coach, because this is what I do in my day-to-day job, coaching teams on how to get more productive, fulfilling customer needs, and working better in a better way on a daily basis.
and is to say that you also have a YouTube channel called with your name, Giulio Vallata.
Yes.
So, guys, shout out to him and go to his channel, subscribe, because does exactly what he said. He shows in his channel how to help team be performant and work in the agile environment. Go to his channel, Giulio Vallata. You can search it on YouTube,
Yes.
and you can find more content there.
Yes, you have to know Italian in order to see my videos, but maybe in the future I will switch to English. Let's see. Thank you, Roberto, for the introduction.
Yeah, you maybe you know that also knows English, so obviously he can help also international team because you work in international companies.
Yes, exactly. But as you know, speaking in Italian for us it's easier, so I follow the easier path, let's say. Not, but you haven't, and I'm glad that you, with your channel, are talking in English, so you can reach a broader community.
Well, thank you. I try my best. It's not my first language, but yeah, why not?
Nice, nice. So this was in a nutshell, maybe not not a very nutshell, our journey to how we started work remotely. If you want to know, if you want to tell us what was yours, what are your struggles, please drop a comment here in the comment section below. We are waiting for your comments. And Roberto, would you like to add anything else?
Yes, feel free to ask any question about what you just heard. We're happy to respond to the comments. Consider to subscribe the channel because if you want to know more experiences, more really good insight about remote working, helping you find remote jobs, and getting any information related to how the remote working is moving, then this is the channel for you. This will be the channel for you from now onward. So consider to subscribe to see our video in future.
Yeah, it's free, so please subscribe and
It's
sustain our
free.
job. We are doing this video on a Sunday morning, so this is just for
Exactly.
us to showcase something that had worked in our experience. And we are aiming to do, I don't know, maybe one video a week or something similar in order to speak about something related to remote that we can share with a broader audience here on YouTube.
Okay, thank you very much, and see you in the next video.
See you in the next video. Bye.